Playlist Push. Today we're talking about frequently asked questions. So maybe some of you have, you're curious about running a playlist push campaign. You have some idea of what we do. Maybe you've ran a campaign before, but still a few questions you have. So these are probably some of our most common questions we get. So I'm just going to address them in a video, and we're going to go through them right now. Number one is, this is by far my favorite question. This is from David. How many streams will I get, or how many streams can I expect to receive from my campaign? Great question, David. And this is a question I probably get more than anything, but for us, it's really hard to answer, and I don't like answering this question because there's just so many variables. Number one is the budget. So $300 versus $3,000 is gonna get you completely different results. How many playlists you land on, where you're at on those playlists, how long your track stays on those playlists. All of that stuff is super hard for us to decipher as a company because what we do is organic. We're putting your song in front of curators. It's up to them what they do with it, so the results can kind of vary on a wide scale. What I will say is we try to work off like monthly listeners. So if you're starting from zero, you have no monthly listeners, then 1,000 to 5,000 should probably be a good target for you. If you're bigger, if you already have 100,000 monthly listeners, you're probably going to get more streams because you're triggering more things on the algorithm. You're getting on Discover Weekly, Release Radar. You're already triggering those things consistently, so you're obviously going to get more streams. And then there's the chance that you get added to algorithm-based playlists, which obviously happens a lot with Playlist Push. So those are all things that factor in, so it's really hard for us to answer. The thing I'll say is, if you keep releasing music and running campaigns, your monthly listeners go up. They might come down a little bit if you don't release music for a long time, but they're going to go up each time. And they're going to go up more than they come down as long as you keep releasing music and keep running campaigns. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that bell down below. Every Friday we're coming at you with a new video. Let's get back to these questions. Gerald, coming in hot. What reporting will I receive at the end of my campaign? So we actually give you a ton of reporting with Playlist Push, and the reason we do that is because we want you to be able to analyze everything, look at the numbers and say, hey, this makes sense for me to come back and run another campaign. That's huge for us. That's, we want people to come back and use the service time and time again and continue to get results. So this is just what we show you on our end. So we show you how many playlists you got on, the total streams, how many monthly listeners you increased by, how many saves you got. And the really cool thing is how many other playlists you get on. This is also something we track. So if you get added to, let's say, 20 playlists from Playlist Push, you're going to add it to a ton of other playlists that are smaller, personal playlists of just other users. Because the number one way people discover music is from playlists. So even for me, myself, if I'm listening to a playlist and I'll hear a song I really like, I'll pluck that song out of that list and put it in my own. So that's also something we track. So yeah, this is all what we show you on the dashboard. We'll include a screenshot of it so you guys can see it. Tons of useful stats there. Let's move on to the next one. Alexia said, can I promote my song before it's released on Spotify? And the answer is no. This is something we experimented with very early on. We said, hey, this song's coming out in a week. Can you review it now? And then it's a ton of back and forth, going back to the curators, reminding them that they were going to add this song. So the easiest thing to do is just only run, just run the campaigns when the song is live on Spotify. So the good thing is on Playlist Push, you can set up a campaign with an MP3 or a WAV file before your song comes out on Spotify. You can lock down that release date. So that very morning the song comes out, we send it out to the curators, update the URI or the song link, and send it out straight away. So no worries. The next one is, can I promote an entire album or EP? The answer is no. With Playlist Push, we can only run single tracks at a time because as a curator, if you can imagine getting like 8 songs in your inbox from the same artist, you have a really low chance of adding all those songs, right? So we have worked albums in the past. Obviously, we kind of just need to spread the campaigns out by at least 10 days so that, the curator gets a song and they go through other songs. And then, after 10 or 12 days, they see another one of your songs. Hopefully that clears that up. How do I pick the right genres for my music? We have 2 really good FAQs I'm gonna link below for this one. There are keys to successful Spotify and TikTok FAQs. But I would say a really helpful resource is obviously the apply page and setting up the campaign. We use similar artists and then we pull in their genres, and then you can kind of select and delete genres that don't specifically fit to you, and that can help you kind of narrow it down. You can also manually add genres if you already know the exact genre, but a really good resource is a website called everynoise.com. So they basically just have a website that has every single genre laid out. You can click on it and it'll instantly start playing you a song that has that genre tag to it. That can be a really useful resource. It's also just a really fun website to check out, everynoise.com. We'll link that one below. And moving on to Will. Will says, how long will I stay on playlists from Playlist Push? So this is a really good question. For us, we let curators pretty much do their own thing. If they do add a song, you're probably going to stand there for at least 2 weeks. But the nice thing about Playlist Push, and this is why we basically blow Facebook ads and things like that out of the water, is if you stop running ads, everything stops. The traffic stops, stream stops, followers stop. On Playlist Push, when your campaign ends, your song can continue on these playlists for, we've had people that have been on a playlist for over a year. It really just depends on who that curator is, how much they like your song, and how well your song fits in that list. So the cool thing about Playlist Push is the campaigns typically do have a very long tail to them. And then the last one, Christine asks, how long before I start to see results from my campaign? So if your song, let's say your campaign started today, typically on day 1, you're gonna start seeing responses from curators. So usually on the first day, you're gonna see at least a couple playlist ads. Campaigns run for 2 weeks, so most of the playlist ads are gonna come in the very beginning of the campaign, probably the first couple days. There could be a little lull in the middle, and then you're gonna see a lot of playlist ads come in towards the end. So the curators are getting the song when it's new, and they're reviewing it straight away, or they're kind of procrastinating a little bit, and then closer to the end, they're gonna review the song, and then we're gonna send you that results page. That's pretty much all the FAQs we got. If you guys have any questions about Playlist Push, we'll probably do another round of this, because obviously there's a lot of questions, and we want to piece through it and help you guys out. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, smash that bell, drop a comment. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.